My name is Glenn Viana, and I'm Principal Software Developer at Entrust. I'm here to go over the Red Hat OpenShift Cloud integration. So now we need to create a manifest of type access control that will allow us to perform these operations. To be able to do this, we need to find out what happened, right? What kind of problem Cloud Control encounters. So the way we do this is we go to Cloud Control, and we're going to look at the logs in Cloud Control to see the error messages with more detail. So we're going to go to the Home tab, we're going to click Security, and we're going to do log analysis. And you're going to see here that we have the denied errors that happen when we try to create the cluster. So I'm just going to go here, and here is permission denied by high trust security policy. Okay, it's a system error. You can see the cluster and everything. So if you keep navigating through this, you see the user here that tried to perform the operation, and it's just showing you the errors. So this gives you some hints on how to create the policy so we can perform the operation. So to do that, we're gonna close this, and we're gonna go into security, and I'm gonna click on Trust Manifests. I already created some here for the demo purpose, but to create one, you just click the plus sign and you give it a name, a policy type, like access control, and then you have all the rules. So I'm just gonna edit the one I created, because to save time here. So here's my OpenShift access control policy, and I'm gonna edit so you guys can see. So if you look in here, I give the name, the description, and you have these rules that you can create. Okay, and I'm just going to be very simple here. The role, you have to specify this role, ASC container infra admin. This is the role that there is a bunch of roles here. This is the role that allows you to create objects and on the cluster and do things like that. And on the subject, you're going to do type local. The type is going to be Kubernetes, and then you're going to give the users that you saw on the error messages. So I have two of them here. I have the system service account, OpenShift machine, API operator, and code admin. So these are the two users that are allowed to. So you just enter that information here. So you do user group admin, and that's how you add the rules here. So when we do that, now I've created a rule that allows these two users which has this role to be able to create objects in the cluster. You can press validate to validate the rule, and then you press apply, and the rule will be created. Okay, now the rule has been created, but it's not assigned to my cluster yet. So I'm going to click on the rule here, and I'm going to assign resources. And then I'm going to click on my cluster here. So now that policy is tied to my cluster. So if I try to create the pod, I should be able to do so, as you can see. Now, if I try to delete the pod, it says permission now, but I have to resource not found. The issue here is that once you onboard the cluster into CloudControl, it creates a job that updates the inventory every 5 minutes. We just created the pod, so the pod is CloudControl doesn't know about the pod yet because the inventory hasn't been updated. So one of the ways we can do this is we can wait for the job to run and update the inventory and then try to delete it, or we can sync the inventory. So I'm going to show you how to sync the inventory. I'm back here. I'm going to go into inventory, Kubernetes cluster, click on the management one, and I'm going to say I want this guy, and I want to sync inventory, and I'm manually initiating the sync. So this is going to go in and sync the inventory. So I can come back here there you go. So the sync took place and I was able to delete the object. So just keep that in mind as you create objects. The inventory has to be in sync, so CloudControl knows about them. So if you see resource not found error like this, it's probably because it's not in CloudControl yet. So that shows you how to implement a trust manifest with access control. Just keep in mind when you do this, I'm gonna go there again, show you guys a trust manifest. You have to do an access control type. So this is the access control type here when you create it. So and you have all these rules. You're gonna give a name, and then do the you can do the role base, and then you can constrain also based on tags and things like that. So that's how you create a trust manifest to give access control in CloudControl. Well, this is the end of our presentation. I want to thank you for watching. We have an integration guide for this presentation. It's available on our documentation site. I hope what we showed here can give you some clues of what CloudControl can do with Red Hat OpenShift and how you can use it to implement policies. Thank you again and have a great day.